time. The one enemy that no amount of swords or skill can defeat. Time comes for us all. Because in ultra hardcore, death is inevitable. But in this world, death is not the end. But when you perish, you pass the world on to your successor. And a small part of you goes with it, tethered to this world for eternity. But what if you could look back and see everything done before you? Well, that's what we're gonna try to do now, because this is UHC Generations. Okay, so here's what's happening today. We have things to discuss. Firstly, since I have the gold farm that I built last episode, I finally have the gold blocks I need to fully and properly complete the map here in the ocean. There. We're finally done. Secondly, we're naming this ocean. There's a bunch of really good examples, and the best one I could think of, or the best one I saw, is Canvas Bay. Maybe somebody else will make pixel art here because of that. Thirdly, I'm live on my subathon right now. There are 43 hours on the clock. I've been live for 90 minutes. But since there's so much time on the clock, I've thought, maybe let's do something about time. You see, I renamed my stack of golden apples that I got last episode into time. And when they run out, so will I. And I've been thinking about the time of the people who came before me and everything that they've added to the world. And then I noticed something in the world file. You see, in the world file, Minecraft saves everything that you do. Every block of grass you break, every sheep you kill, every mob you fight, and when you die. And those files persist as this world has been handed from creator to creator to creator. And I have all of them. And I found this space when I was looking around on my map mod. And I think it could be just what I'm looking for. I should probably work on the OSHA regulations, but that's a problem for later me. First is probably making sure that this place isn't going to get filled with monsters who try to blow me up. All right, Juan DT, where are you? There you are. Ooh. Oh, hold on. This is new stuff. New stuff. Favorite kind of wandering trader. You bring, I can get more than that? Okay. New stuff, thank you. Let's play with this really quickly, because I have not played with anything from 1.21.4 yet. So this goes on tree, ooh. Can you climb it? No, you can't. Okay. Does it need silk touch? Okay, so silk touch works. That probably means shears work too. I also need to try to see, can you make more of it? Oh, I left all the bone meal in the boat. Oh no, it's okay. We'll find something to kill to make more moss soon. We'll fish in the pond. This will be great. Fish. This is the first time I've fished? Are you kidding me? See, this is why we're making this structure, so you could learn more about your time in UHCG, because apparently I wasn't paying attention.
Transition.
You ever have those moments where you just lock in and get to work and forget that you're supposed to be recording a YouTube video? Some of my YouTuber friends might recognize that. I've had that happen to me far too often, and it definitely happened to me here. So we've built most of this platform. It needs a lot of the statues and decorations that will come on top of it, but we also have a few of these extra little details. I really like that this one has fallen and has kind of done damage to the ground. And I had the idea of a little campsite. Maybe somebody has found this space. And for once, I'm actually hiding the chest monster that I'm making. Look at that. It's character growth. But we have a nice little wishing well here. I don't have any god apples hidden under that. I'm not as awesome as Josh. But the path leads over towards this little pier where, in my mind, this is where someone would arrive at the islands. I've started working on setting up the little areas for totems. I've taken this cave and tried to make it look less natural in a sense, more detailed. This is where we'll build one of our totems. We'll get to what the totems are in a bit, but this wraps around nicely over towards what we were lovingly calling the OSHA violation of the island. And if we go ahead and look at it on our map, the island as a whole has a lot of space to put detail work around it. But I need a lot more materials, and for that, it's time to head back to Founders Town, and on the way, we're gonna go on a couple other adventures.
And the first of those was gonna send me to hell. You see, on my subathon, I had a bunch of different quests that people could unlock. And one of them that came up and was immediately redeemed was a netherite block in UHCG. And since I'm not really full up on explosives in this world, I figured let's pop over towards the Vault of Stars to make a few pickaxes, specifically just to excavate as much of the nether as necessary to be able to get all of the ancient debris that I would need. Thankfully for me, I have some friends who can help. Now, we do have a curing station right here where we have some weakness potions thanks to some lingering weakness potions that we got from one of our trial chambers. The only problem is we were limited on gold before, but thankfully we now have a gold farm. So I've made some extra golden apples. This isn't my time. My time is still safe. Well, actually the subathon is making me spend some of my time, so that's one grain of sand down. That's one apple I'll never get back. So let's get our friend cured, some cheaper trades, and earn some money. But as long as I was there and in the process of combining pickaxes from all of my toolsmith villagers, I figured let's get some extra enchantments on my boots and have my armor be just a little bit better. Unfortunately, I encountered the system that I like the least in Minecraft. No! Oh no! I combined two books to get both Feather Falling and Depth Strider on my shoes, and now they're too expensive. I hate this mechanic. And these are my trimmed, oh no wait, these aren't trimmed. This might be fine. These weren't my fancy shoes. We might need to make new shoes. So, okay, so Feather Falling 4, Depth Strider 3. What else goes on boots? Feather Falling 4, Depth Strider 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. That's at least really good shoes. It's not perfect shoes because we would need Soul Speed 3. But that's still really good shoes. Like, let's just get one Protection 4 book. We do not need to get greedy and make perfect boots. The whole point of UHCG is that it is not perfect stuff. Prot 4. Perfect. Josh went through the effort of making perfect armor in the UHC Generations set. I don't want to make perfect armor. I want to make pretty good armor. I've made the perfectly imperfect boots. There we go. And we should trim the perfectly imperfect boots. Ooh, those look good. There we go. The perfectly imperfect boots. My next major armor contribution to the world. Transition. And with that all said and done, it was off to the nether, finding a spot where I could dig my way down to Y level 15 and then excavating out 3 layers of netherrack as far and as wide as necessary to pick up all of the ancient debris. It went moderately well. I had one pickaxe near broken when I got to the halfway point and was able to collect all 36 ancient debris in about 90 minutes. And there we go, 36. A netherite block in debris form. Now we just gotta head back up home, get this all back, get this smelted, and then head back over to our build site. We're gonna leave the quartz we've collected in case somebody needs it, and I think we leave our 3 pickaxes right here in case anybody else needs to find them. So we'll break this down, put this away. Oh, I should make some signs. I should put a couple signs here. And it looks like this mining expedition cost me just a little bit of time. 61.
but I had seen on the map that I was actually somewhat close to where Josh had excavated for the netherite for the Vengeance of Generations armor set. And I figured, let's combine the two and marry the past and present of all of this netherite mining. In doing so, I found a few more pieces of ancient debris and decided to instead leave a sign just telling Josh that he was oh so close. I'm thinking of that meme with the guy who stops right before he hits diamonds. And after that, all that was left was heading back to Founders Town and crafting this up. And there we go. I just have to do this because I very rarely just held a netherite block before. No, I'm kidding. I would never do such a thing. Don't worry, it's fine. Special shout out and thank you to Jack, Skelly Boy, who funded this thing as the goal on the subathon, but now we're gonna incorporate it into a build. Haha, this was my plan all along. You got played. You didn't though, I appreciate you. Takes a while to mine. We're gonna safely put that there, and we have to load up our inventory with a whole lot of other supplies and head back over to the Isle of Time to keep working. And after heading back to Founders Town, collecting a whole bunch of spruce wood and some other supplies, there's things I need to get that I just don't have. Things like mud. I need lots of mud. Specifically, I need mud bricks, which, as I've learned in former builds before, is insanely punishing to farm. So I'm gonna need a whole bunch of wheat. And I thought of a perfect place, the fields, of regeneration, where I'm gonna put myself safely inside the house and free cam my way out of it. Right here, nestled into all of these leaves, at least half of this, I think, could make for a very nice wheat farm. So let's just really quickly deforest an entire area. Ooh. And I am already out of spruce wood. I had 6 stacks. We have the garden area with all of the hay and the wheat, so that can all start growing for packed mud. We have more terraces over here. We've properly connected it to the village itself, which leads into the town. Probably gonna put a moai or something right here, and I'm gonna have to extend the daisies out in this direction to round off the fields of regen and make sure they're all moss covered and everything's good to go. But this circle probably looks somewhat suspicious, and that's amazingly appropriate. Because I'm going to go ahead and get more spruce. We're gonna do that on a stream. That's a nice, grindy, simple stream. But another thing we're gonna do, well, that involves something suspicious as well.
Transition.
So I am over here at the northwesternmost frontier tower. Hello? Hello? What are you? Oh, you don't have anything good. Anyway, what was I saying? But the reason I'm up here, you can probably guess. This is all warm ocean, and I want to find a sniffer egg. I started out heading by boat, trying to hit that perfect angle where you can see underneath the water, expanding my camera to Quake Pro to see as much terrain as possible. That worked until I got a dolphin, who, once you lead onto them, you can swim at Mach 6, just covering thousands of blocks in a few seconds. And turns out I didn't even need to really go that far, as, well, let me just show you my first ruins. No shot on the third one. I'm putting a sign down for that. And while I was really lucky in getting egg number 1, 1 egg does not a replenishable sniffer population make, and I need to find a second. That took way longer as my luck swung in the opposite direction and I kept getting distracted, primarily by buried treasure maps where I knew I could get a bunch of gold and diamonds and other supplies. One of them led me up this river, which I just kept swimming north through, doing kind of a Star Wars trench run through the woods here. When I went to double back and head back down another river parallel to the one I had started in, I saw something really ominous off in the distance. Yo, wait a minute. Well, it's not what I intended to do. There they are. Oh boy. Can't believe I found this place. Okay, here we go. Oh, the particles really make this place pop. There you are. Child's a problem. God, kids. That's really far. Oh boy. All right, hey, having now experienced this, excellent vibes, Mojang. This is really good.
that was genuinely really cool. It takes a little bit to have new experiences in Minecraft for me. That was a really cool experience. Mansion right there too. Oh, even better. That's why my FOV, that's why I felt so fast. I've been on Quick Pro because I was searching for, that's why I felt so fast. I was trying to place that. Sorry if that little bit of the video was potentially a little bit harder to watch than normal. I was trying to scope around for things, but I'm glad I had the extra view distance. But with the trip through the Pale Garden done, I figured let's jump in a boat and call it a day there, sailing back out to warmer open waters, finding a few ruins, and eventually, after a few different POI, getting a couple more sniffer eggs, meaning I walked out of here with a bonus. I really need respiration on this helmet. But after a quick swim home, a quick trip through the Nether, we're back and can finally rest. That was an expensive trip. Yes, we have 3 sniffer eggs and bundles. Bundles are so useful. Plus we went to the Pale Garden. I didn't even know that was up there, but it did cost us about 8 golden apples to do. Grand scheme of things, probably worth it. So with sniffers secured and heading back towards the fields of regen to build them a pen and to keep working on the wheat farm, I loaded up a live stream and started building this out with you all. After that chaotic day, I'm tending to the fields, getting all of the wheat that I can from here, building up a really simple automated mud farm. The design is actually by Ilmango, link to their tutorial down in the description, and then running that farm to get myself several dozen stacks of mud. But I wanted this place to feel connected to the fields of regen as a whole, so I also made sure to farm up a ton of daisies, using all of the bone meal I could manage from all of the seeds that I was composting to be able to carry these daisies across and connect this in to the greater fields, lighting everything up. When that was done, I also dug a tunnel, connecting it to the river that leads all the way back to Founders Town, so you can get right here, actually into the fields of regen now by boat, with an awesome pier that's been built out to connect this and have this all put together. This addition to the fields of regeneration is now complete. So I grabbed all of the mud I could carry and started running back over towards the Isle of Time to make a new space where past and present can collide.
The night seems longer and the wind blows louder when you wandered so far from home. If across your mind say a prayer, I found my way and get off of this lonely road. Off of this lonely road, 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 off of this lonely road. And get off of this lonely road.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Up to chat?